So I had this aha moment a few years ago while I was working on a memorial video for my mother who had passed away. She was 99. And I was putting together this kind of video biography of her. And I was taking some old photos of her life and her history, her family, and putting them together with her audio that I had recorded a number of years ago, kind of telling stories. And there was this one moment where she's talking about her Zaidi, which is the Yiddish word for grandfather. And I had a couple of pictures of her grandfather that I was able to kind of put in this video, sweet shot of him kind of holding her. And she had warm memories of her. But the aha moment was this understanding that I only had these one or two photos of him. And it occurred to me in a very humbling moment that in multiple generations that I too, if I'm lucky, will be a great grandfather or a great great grandfather. And then I kind of asked, well, how many pictures does anybody want of their great grandparents, of their great great grandparents? And this understanding that, here we are in this time and place, we're accumulating massive numbers of photos that no one will want. No one will want them. Certainly not my son. And how can those stories, those family histories be passed on in a way that is able to tell the stories and understand that each of us is just kind of one part of a family history. So do I deserve, 10 times as many photos or videos or stories as the people, that came before me, or that the people will come behind me? And so there was an understanding and a need for curation, that finding the stories in the few, not the many. And I think you find that when people talk about legacy work, there's an understanding that the numbers that we're compiling are not really going to be transferable to true legacy work, histories and stories, and that there needs to be a conciseness, a brevity that's imbued into this process. And so that's what got me interested. And so I tell this story to my clients, in not to make them feel bad, like, yeah, you don't need to save 50,000 photos, but to give them a perspective, and then they can make their decisions, but just to allow them to understand that. And the result is usually that they're actually very excited, because I think we're overwhelmed by numbers and the massiveness of it all. And so when we can talk in terms of stories based on, not even a few hundred pictures, but maybe a few dozen, it kind of is a sense of relief that there is a practical way forward to do this, and to do it with excitement, and most of all creatively. And so my clients get excited because it kind of turns a switch around in their head, that this process may not be the chore that they think it might be. And to me, that's been one of the biggest revelations, and to me, continual and inspiration, and a sense of humility, which is a good sense. And so it's with that I kind of went forward with my legacy work and legacy class, which I started developing about a year or two ago, and finished 6 months ago. So I'm looking forward to kind of bringing forth in this breakout session new ideas and new things that I have kind of discovered in my path, and look forward to kind of sharing that with others. Thanks.